Hello and welcome yet again, fair intrepid viewer, to yet another vlog rant. Who's really to say? You be the judge. Today, while I still have light and a clean shirt, I will be talking about Power Rangers, the movie. Okay. Now, I know everyone's talking about the fan film parody short. Now, that wasn't really stated in the title. It's a parody short. That's, somebody actually informed me that no one was really taking that entirely seriously. I'm like, phew! Ooh, because after that legendary battle we've got at the end of Super Mega Force, I don't think that having a Hollywood-style movie, by the numbers type of dark and gritty Power Ranger movie would really be good for my psyche. So I'm just glad that was just kind of more of a bit of a joke. So I'm glad for that. Anyway, I just rented Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie. I just returned this today, actually, for the past week, and I watched it once. I just needed to watch it once. And a lot of things really struck me as just for what its elements were. When I was a kid watching it, it was just awesome. It's like, I still want to get that on tape. Like a lot of other, movies from my childhood. And I've seen those movies from my childhood. I still have those movies when I was a child from then. Okay, maybe one or two from then. Trust me, it's a whole backstory to just say I managed to regain a lot of my old childhood films. The point is that now looking back on it, seeing it as an adult, it just really struck me just how incredibly cheesecake it is and how serious it wanted to take itself. Because you have the children's, Saturday, weekday afternoon baseline, and then you have the movie where it takes itself a bit more seriously. It tries to ratchet up that Hollywood quality to, it's serious now. This really means something. This isn't just another episode. You lose your powers. Zordon's life is on the line. We have a competent villain, and a likable competent villain at that. And so they ratchet that up, but then they realize, well, wait. This is still a kids show. We need to also ratchet up the humor. So every notch of seriousness this show goes up, it brings up the silliness, which they also explained in the behind-the-scenes making of, which I wish I had, but that's another story. Childhood trauma. Worst night ever to go to Olive Garden, I swear. Anyway, if anyone still remembers that, I know I do. Anyway, repressing childhood memories. This film, it ratchets up. So you go from baseline to here. So you get super serious and super goofy, head to head. And people are saying, wouldn't it be nice, the concept of, wouldn't it be nice if we had more of a dark and gritty, more realistic concept of Mighty Morphin, which is what the movie was. It ratcheted things up. The stakes were higher. Things kind of meant more. And it did its job very well. It was very believable. They lost their powers. Zordon is dying. This villain is he could actually beat the Power Rangers. But then they ratchet up the goofiness, which kind of takes it away. Because when my parents were watching it with me, we went to go see it in theaters when it premiered, and they were saying how it's just too goofy during the fight scenes and this and that. I was like, what do you mean too goofy? It's perfect. I wouldn't change a thing. I would make it continuity myself. I would make it canon. But, I'm not the creator, so, I have no control over that. So, looking back at it now as an adult, it's like, God, she's right. This is incredibly goofy for these fight scenes, because they're trying to make the fight scenes kind of intense and dark a little bit. But then they have this goofiness. It's pinged, at certain high points of goofiness. It's serious. Oh, goofy. Serious, goofy. Serious, goofy. And it's like, that is majorly distracting as an adult. It's like, I don't need to hear a doorbell when someone gets kicked in the face. I don't need quips every time someone does something. I don't need a quip. A catchphrase, a saying. As an adult, it's like, just kick him in the face, and you can do a quip once in a while, but not constantly in everything you do. So, yeah, I see it more as how my parents saw it, but I still kind of try to enjoy it for what it is. The CG in it is just terrible. Simply terrible. Like, how did I ever think that was good? Until I saw better CG, did I ever really think that was actually passable as something of interest. Transformation sequence of the Megazord that ain't right. That just ain't right. But they did manage to squeeze in a bit of the old stuff from the original series, where Kimberly would say, nice stereo and all that, and Tommy being the epic badass that he is. Yeah, so recommending it to young fans and older fans, or new fans, I guess older people who are still new to the franchise, it's rather hard to say, really. As a child, I would just say, heck yeah, it's an awesome flick, even though it's not in canon, it's still an awesome flick. Now I say, proceed with caution and see what you think for yourself. I find it a bit too goofy, slightly for my taste. I like the concept of it being a bit more nostalgic, being part of my childhood. But as an adult, not so much. Though it is nice to see the old gang. Still gives you that bit of peppy feeling, or nostalgic peppy feeling. As an adult, it just feels, it didn't need that much, toe-for-toe comedy to even out the seriousness. You could have had that drop down a bit as an adult and still be okay. That's just my opinion. And that's all I have to say about Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie. Oh, first movie anyway. And that's about it. So until next time, take care and see you at the other side of the screen. Bye.